There's a quiet satisfaction that comes from working on something you own, especially when it's older. It's not always easy, and it's rarely glamorous, but there's a certain weight to the work that's difficult to find when you simply replace something the moment it becomes inconvenient. For a long time, I thought of maintenance as little more than a necessary task, something you did because you had to, usually with the goal of getting it over with as quickly as possible. Over time, though, my perspective shifted. I began to see the work itself as part of what it actually means to keep something, not just as a means to an end, but as an ongoing relationship with the vehicle. This video is about that shift and what it means to approach maintenance not as an obligation, but as a deliberate part of ownership. Most of us are taught, in one way or another, that when something wears out or breaks, the natural solution is to replace it. It feels cleaner, faster, and more efficient. Repairing something can even feel like a sign of failure, as though keeping something going is somehow less desirable than starting fresh. This way of thinking is deeply embedded in modern life. We're surrounded by the idea that newer is better and that older things are, by nature, on their way out. But there's another way of seeing it. Some traditions have long held that the marks of use and the act of repair are not things to be hidden, but part of an object's story. The Japanese practice of kintsugi, for example, treats the repair of broken pottery as something worth highlighting rather than concealing. The cracks become part of the piece's history, and the repair becomes visible evidence of care. While I don't apply this literally to my Jeep, the underlying idea has influenced how I think about maintenance. When something needs attention, I found it more meaningful to see the work as part of the vehicle's ongoing life rather than as a problem to be erased. The repair doesn't return the car to some perfect original state. Instead, it becomes part of what the vehicle is becoming over time. The work I put into it is no longer separate from the car itself, it becomes part of its story. This perspective changes the experience of maintenance in subtle but important ways. It stops being purely functional and starts carrying a sense of care. You're not just restoring function, you're acknowledging that the vehicle has been used, that it has earned its wear, and that it is still worth investing time and attention into. There is a quiet freedom in this. When you stop viewing every sign of age or wear as a reason to eventually replace something, you step off the constant pressure to upgrade. You can focus on what's actually in front of you rather than what might come next. Over time, this approach also builds something that's difficult to develop any other way. When you regularly work on something yourself, you develop a deeper understanding of how it works. You become less dependent on others to keep it running and more confident in your own ability to engage with it directly. That sense of capability extends beyond the immediate task. It becomes part of how you relate to the things you own. I believe this way of thinking has value beyond cars. Once you begin to see maintenance as an act of care rather than a chore, it becomes easier to apply that same perspective elsewhere. Tools, furniture, even relationships, all of these can be approached with the same underlying question. Is this something I want to keep and invest in over time, or is it something I'm willing to let go of when it becomes inconvenient? Not everything is worth maintaining forever. Some things genuinely reach the end of their useful life, and there are times when replacing something makes more sense. But I do think we lose something when replacement becomes the automatic response. Maintenance, when approached with intention, can be a form of respect. For the object, for the work, and for the time already given to it. This mindset also changes how you think about time. When you're willing to invest ongoing effort into something, you stop measuring its value by how new or perfect it is. Instead, you start measuring it by how well it has held up and how much life it still has in it. That shift can make you more patient with other areas of life too, with projects that take time, with skills that develop slowly, and with the reality that most worthwhile things require ongoing attention. At the end of the day, maintaining something older is about more than keeping it functional. It's about choosing to remain in relationship with it. It's about accepting that things wear and break and finding meaning in being the one who tends to them. This mindset doesn't have to stay limited to vehicles. It can shape how we relate to many of the things we choose to keep in our lives. The tools we use, the spaces we inhabit, and even the relationships with people that we develop over time. If this idea resonates with you, I'd be curious to hear what something you own has taught you about the choice to maintain it. Leave it in the comments. This is part of my series, The Philosophy of Ownership. I'll link the full playlist below if you want to follow along. And if you'd like to support the channel, I use a subscription-free service called Buy Me a Coffee. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.